Hello everybody, my name is Benji, and welcome back to Mindustry, Erekir, where apparently we are actually almost done. A couple of comments have been left saying that the next ones are going to be rather difficult, but that we are almost toward the end of this. So hopefully that doesn't take too much longer, and then I can get back into the wonderful, wonderful world of Exogenesis. But for now, we're going to launch into Crevice, where apparently the enemy will send fierce attack forces to take out your base. Developing Carbide and the Pyrolysis generator may be imperative. Looks like we have two objectives in this zone. Probably some in-between steps to get through as well. Oh, good. Oh, very good. We already have some much needed Arcosite power. That's nice and juicy. Very much appreciate that. So, what is going on here? What have they given us? Looks like they gave us a constructor, they're giving walls, and then a mass payload driver. Do we have any beryllium over here? It looks like we do. So, it looks like this is sending beryllium walls. So this is kind of the game's way, I suppose, of teaching us that we can shoot beryllium walls or tungsten walls across platforms like this. Like, I obviously, this is all too wide for any bridges to cross. So I guess this is the game's way of teaching us, hey, you can build things made out of something and then deconstruct it in order to have it work, and that happens here, I bet. Yep, so there it shoots, and there it gets deconstructed, and we get some beryllium. Cool. We have an oxidation chamber, as well as a large plasma bore being powered by the hydrogen. Ooh, 46 waves. Alright, so cool. This is just wave defense. Not really much else to it. Let me check out the research tree, see if there's anything else in here. It doesn't look like it. There is the Carbide Crucible, which I'm not going to research here because it'll take away everything that I have, but we can go back to Stronghold. Oh. Never mind. I guess we're going to have to hope that it doesn't take thing. And it looks like it didn't. It looks like it took my thorium, actually. So it did take something. So what does that do? Carbide Crucible. It creates carbide from tungsten, graphite, and heat. What is carbide used? I don't see what carbide is used for, so that's going to have to be something that we look into later, I suppose. One of these is probably produce carbide, so we'll take a look into that, and I will give updates as important things happen. But for now, I'm just going to get to work, I guess. See you soon. Quick little progress update. I'm starting to get a defensive line in place, and I have to say I've been playing a lot of modded Factorio lately, which is making the fact that this is all a giant spaghetti mess a lot more tolerable for me mentally. I'm a Satisfactory player at heart, so my heart lies in what? This target's air. Oh, these aren't technically air. Oh, duh. Anyway, I'm a Satisfactory player and a Factorio player at heart. Those are like the two games that really got me into the factory gaming scene. And this game is very much not in that same style, I guess you could say. This game is very spaghetti oriented, is really the best way that I know how to put it. So playing this game at times is a challenge for me because look at this belt mess. However, that also said, I have been playing so much modded Factorio recently, and there is no such thing as proper organization in the early game of modded Factorio. It is very much everything is a spaghetti mess, and there's really nothing that you can do about it. This needs hydrogen too. Are you kidding me? Fine. But back to the update here, we have a defensive line set up over here to defend against this incoming zone. It looks like there's an island here, so that'll have to be something that we expand out into for production purposes, specifically for Surge, once I find a graphite source in this area. I already see a tungsten source, so I'm kind of eyeing that for production, because that's the one thing that I'm kind of lacking right now. That and oxide I need to expand, but that's a future problem. Probably something that'll be done over here. Silica has already been expanded and will need more sand by the look of it, but that'll be something else I do off camera. And then we have a defensive line set up over here, which has not been used more than once, apparently, but that's fine. But since these guys need hydrogen, I'm just going to go on ahead and set up a little, once again, spaghettified mess of pipes and ducts and everything for this. Does that work? Oh, but that does. Okay, good. Good. Very good. Very good. And then I am going to go on ahead and get rid of that and replace the vent condenser because I have plenty of power, and if I need more, I have the ability to do it. There we go. Now we're working. It looks like I'm also going to need to expand this, but for now, that has been the progress update. I will get back to you guys shortly with another one. So they broke through my defenses while I wasn't paying attention, and now I'm trying my absolute hardest to salvage and not die. I forgot it takes hydrogen. As you can see, it's not exactly going well. One little mistake. And and an hour and 25 minutes gone. Hate that. I do hate that. I really do hate that. Because now, everything that I just did is gone. And I have to do it all again. So, that's unfortunate. I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, I think it's time for another progress update. So, I don't know how long I've been playing since the last time when I lost the zone, but I heavily fortified my defenses this time around. And this side has flyers, which has been very annoying because they can stay just out of range of the shotgun turrets. These don't shoot air, and they just wreak havoc. So that's why I've got the sublimates and the afflict down here now as well. On this side, I just added the afflict. It hasn't had the opportunity to be used or needed to be used, but I did just have my defenses broken through while I was upgrading the wall, because apparently when you upgrade a wall, it starts over its health at like 0, even though the wall is still there. I don't really get that, but they broke through, destroyed a bunch of shit down here, and I added this as a little bit of an extra defense to the homeland, the mainland. Next, my idea is to make a couple of tier 2 crawler units over here, because they just take tungsten, silica, and hydrogen to make. It's really not that hard. At least I'm pretty sure. The tier 1 mech factory is... it's... There is not, so I'll have to figure out where I'm gonna put the fabrication for all of that. I might even just make a launcher over here and make it somewhat central. I don't know yet. I just had that idea pop into my head, but we will figure that out. And then I'm gonna go scouting, because this zone is rather large. I feel like my defenses are good enough at this point in time that I have the ability to go out into the world and explore a little bit, so we're gonna get to work on that and then bring you guys back in. So I've done some scouting ahead, and I have a forward line prepared. First things first, obviously, we're gonna have to get the power up after this wave they just spawned in. Then it's just a matter of setting up the turrets and getting everything into play properly. So yeah, essentially after this is done and I add a couple of afflicts here in the back, the zone should... No, I'm gonna get people mad at me for summoning the should assuming monster. It'll be alright. We'll capture the zone from here, especially with unit production continuing as well. We have plenty of reinforcements and a secondary line should they ever break through the first line, and then if I'm feeling bored I can make an in between or something. So right now we're essentially just waiting for their troops to pass us and leave us alone, and then we can really start to build a little bit more out here. We don't have long, for sure. We do not have a long time to do this. So there's the first bit. And I think that should probably be fine to start with this. And then I'm gonna summon my reinforcements up here as well, just so that if I start getting targeted, I don't have to worry about anything back here. Oh boy, I'll give you guys a status update soon. Well, the defense is, like, kind of set up. A little bit, I guess. There's really not much that we can do here except for just kind of hold on and pray, right? Gosh. That was fun. I am out of silica. Silica production is very slow, and there's not really too much I can do about it because of the lack of sand in this zone. So I'm just kind of hanging on by a thread out here. I think something that will more than likely be good for us is the establishment of thorium production and distribution. So I'm gonna go on ahead and get that situated. I'm also gonna send reinforcements up here to run it. Gosh, like, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Totally fine. No problems. I'm not panicking. So we're gonna use these guys because they're a lot of fun to play. And I will see you guys once I have something else to report. I don't know if I caught it in time. It said Guardian approaching in 10 waves. Guardian meaning big, mean, angry motherfucker that's probably gonna kill me. But the good news is that this line, this new defensive line, is almost completely set up. We're getting there. Almost. What's wrong with my beryllium info? Is there a problem with my beryllium flow? Oh, I also added these because the flyers keep coming straight down this direction, and it's really annoying. So It looks like maybe these guys can't keep up, so I might have to add a... Which in all honesty won't be a huge bad idea. Well, you know, I guess in the meantime... Where is it? Unit repair tower. I may as well set up a couple of these tanks. And some, I guess, a unit repair. Just enough so that the oxide is still stored permanently, but not too much. No. So that this continues flowing. And in all honesty, there we go. That's better. Perfect. Alright, so the last thing that I need to add is just a whole bunch of afflicts, and that's not going to be too bad. Probably going to add 3 of them over here. That'll be that. See you guys in a second, and then we'll see what's going on with the rest of this zone. So in the downtime, I decided, hey, why not go with this whole carbide thing? And it gave me something. It gave me a couple of new. First of all, carbide walls. Whatever. It gave me the luster turret, slow-moving single-target laser enemies. So that seems to... Okay, input of nitrogen, air and ground, slow-moving laser. Those two things don't make sense together, so I'll have to check that out. And then it gave me the pyrolysis generator. It's a new power source. Slag and arcosite for 1500 power per second. Instead of 600 for the same arcosite with a bonus input of slag, and it outputs water. So I'm wondering if maybe this could be self-sufficient, where it outputs the water that goes to something that produces hydrogen that runs the pumps for arcosite and slag. That's something that I will have to look into blueprint design-wise. Other than that, this is the schematic that I went on ahead and came up with. And I forget, do slag heaters take 40 slag per second? So to do a little bit of pipe spaghetti out here. I'm more fine with doing. And some pipe spaghetti there as well, of course. And now we have enough. Produce it carbide for us. Then we can just head down here and give ourselves a brand new one of these for carbide. Perfect. I love these. These things are amazing. Like, they really are. They're really just fun. And then, as you can see, we do have the afflicts working now. They're not even moving around past the bend. It's quite astonishing, really, to see that working in action. That's actually really, really amazing. If I had the ability to produce hydrogen out here, I mean, I guess I technically do, but, like, the enemy drop point right there. I'd rather not do that. Let me just take one of these guys. So we'll go on ahead, we'll take 3 of these guys out on a little bit of a scouting mission. I will report back if there is anything specific that I want you guys to see. For now, we're just surviving as long as we can, I guess. We have tier 3 crawlers approaching us as we speak. It looks like my tier 2s are holding them at bay. Holding their projectiles at bay. Ooh, boy. I'm gonna keep them out here, out and about. just kind of chilling. But that is scary. Also gonna go on ahead and add a vault here. Apparently I did that back at the beginning. Ah, shit. No. Hang on a second. Now I'm gonna add a vault. And boom. What capacity on me? 900. That's a lot better than 8. Wow, it goes from 80 to 900? What in the world? That's insanity. My power grid is suffering. Is not nice to see. I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna dismantle this now that I have these guys, and we'll see what that does for my power supply. Alright, I think. Good. Yeah, by the look of it, I think we're alright now. Balancing on the edge. Let's see what comes next. Like 7 seconds here. Also, technically I could make like a third wall here, but I don't know about that. These are probably going to be tier 3 tanks. Because that little particle effect, fun fact, means that there are tanks in the Fog of War. And I did not know that until today. Yup, those are tier 3 tanks. Oh my goodness. Look at them go. Oh no, they're stuck. Come on, back to the heal point. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in for the next waves, because this video is starting to get long. Interesting observation. The disperses fire on the tier 3 crawlers. I do have tier 3. Long-range homing missiles. So those long-range homing missiles act as air units, which is why the disperses are firing at them, because they count as air units. I'm shooting down their projectiles before they can get to me. And that's why the same cannot be said about these guys, although my tier 2 units are helping to take care of their fire a little bit. Just a little bit. But hey, in my opinion, excuse me, a little bit is more than enough. Go on ahead and heal everything here. And then we can see what is in store for our Guardian. Very exciting. Alright. Well, there's 4 of them? They look like they're not flying units. You would have seen them by now if they were. There are 4 Guardians. There they are. Those are tier 4 crawlers. Oh, that's terrifying. Listen to that sound. Look at the damage! We did it, though. Holy cow. Whew! Anything else in here that we have not already taken a look at? No, nothing new here. Nothing new here. Holy crap. Let's take a look here. Siege is next. So that is it for Crevice. So that is going to be all from me today. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves all a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag. See you guys next one. Later, y'all.